All right, now let's break down what's happening in the U.S. stock market. And behind me is the Standard & Poor's 500 index stocks categorized by sectors and industries, and size represents market cap. And there's a lot of mix, green and red over here, and green means gains and red means losses. And we will start with some of the Magnificent Seven, or the tech giants, which is NVIDIA. NVIDIA shows a green color here and was up by 1.67%, and the current stock price is 137.38. But China's biggest technology companies have begun to process of switching to homegrown chips as they contend with a dwindling stockpile of NVIDIA processors and tightening United States export controls, which is reported by the Financial Times on Thursday. And Alibaba, Tencent and Baidu are among those starting to test alternative semiconductors to meet growing domestic demand for the AI. This is according to a report as well, which is citing industry executives, and that's on NVIDIA. Moving on to Google, we can show that Google, it shows a red color over here, which was down a little by 1.58%, and the current stock price is 169.03. But the latest update on Google agreed to spend $500 million over 10 years to overhaul its compliance structure to settle shareholder litigation accusing the search engine company of antitrust violations, settlement papers show, and the preliminary settlement of so-called derivative litigation against officials at Google parent Alphabet, which includes Chief Executive Sundar Pichai and Google co-founders, was filed late on Friday. And the changes include creating a standalone board committee to oversee risk and compliance, previously the responsibility of the Alphabet board's audit and compliance committee, and that's on Google. And moving on to Microsoft, Microsoft shows green color as well, which was up or increased by 0.35%, and the current stock price is 461.97. But on Microsoft, it would invest 400 million in Switzerland. The company said on Monday, with the money going towards developing its cloud computing and artificial intelligence infrastructure. And the US tech company announced the investment at a meeting of Swiss Economy Minister Guy Parliament and its Vice Chair Brad Smith in Bern. Microsoft, which employs 1,000 people in Switzerland, did not give details on how many jobs the investment would create, and the money will be used to expand and upgrade its 4 data centers near Geneva and Zurich, responding to increased demand for AI and cloud computing services in Switzerland. And the expansion will serve existing and new customers and allow data to remain within Swiss borders, an important requirement for sectors like healthcare, finance and also government. And Microsoft will also expand its partnership work with small and medium-sized companies and step up training efforts to help people use AI and digital tools. And that's on Microsoft. Meanwhile, Apple, as I can show over here, it shows green color as well, but it was up by 0.42%. And the current stock price is 201.71. But Apple has submitted a legal challenge to an EU order to open up its closed ecosystem to rivals such as Meta and also Alphabet's Google, saying the demands are unreasonable and hamper innovation. And the European Commission had in March detailed how Apple must comply with the Digital Markets Act, which aims to rein in the power of big tech. And Apple said the EU's interoperability requirements create a process that is unreasonable, costly and stifles innovation, where Meta, Google, Spotify and Garmin are among companies that have requested to Apple users NVIDIA. All right, moving on to next update, we have the stories of the week by World Economic Forum, and then we'll go for a short break. We'll be right back.